Your Windows PC right now is drawing a lot of power in the background, and we can disable that right now, gaining you more performance and also a longer battery over duration. Well, I have a laptop, that's why I'm talking about battery. But you're gaining a lot more performance completely for free. Let me show you how to do that today. This alone will save you at least 10 to 15% of performance you're losing right now. Let's get right into it. The first thing we need to do is to kill the startup load. If you don't know what happens in the startup of your computer, I'm going to show you exactly right now. The thing we need to do right now is to right click on the Windows button and then go to Task Manager. Right here is everything that's starting up with your system and taking a battery the second your PC starts up. Right here we have startups apps, and right here we have everything that's on. You can select it by status, and once you have filtered that out, you can actually see everything that's enabling directly when your system starts up. And I'm just gonna tell you, your WhatsApp, Discord, and Spotify and all that doesn't need to be on to the second you start up your PC. It depends, of course, if you're gonna use it constantly, okay, that's fine. But a lot of these apps are actually running in the background without you even using it. Just right click on one of them and then click disable. For example, Spotify, I usually only open it once I need it. So right click and then click on disable and it removes it from the list. And next time I have some faster BIOS startup time, which is a lot better. And also saves a lot of performance in the background. So if you had 8 or 10 enabled, you just saved so much more resources when starting up the PC. But later in the video, I'm also going to show you some hidden startup apps that you probably didn't even disable because they were not in this menu. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. The next one is disabling background services, which is completely unnecessary. Let me show you which ones to disable and why. So let's search for services, and that's app on Windows. And once you search for it, you will see this option right here. What we need to do, and listen closely because we're going into more advanced settings, it's important that you listen closely. We need to press on S because then we can filter on everything on S. And we need to search for sysmain. So let me show you exactly which one you need. Let me just find it first. Sysmain is right, let me see, right here. Sysmain. This actually is sometimes called superfetch. This preloads apps into memory, but on an SSD it's unnecessary and just burns your RAM. We need to find it and then double click on it. And then right here we need to change the startup type to disabled, and then we need to stop it right here. Once we do this, we'll be saving a lot more performance in background if you're using an SSD as your Windows system. And the next one we need to find is, for example, Windows search, but it really depends on how much you use this search feature. Some people I've heard don't even use this, but I do recommend that you keep that turned on. You can find it by pressing on W, and then right here we have to search. If you double click on it, stop it. It will stop asking the indexing service to be starting up every single time your PC starts up, and that saves some battery. We also have facts, which you're probably not using. It's old technology, but it's probably not in your system because only old PCs have this that are coming from Windows 7 or something, and they had fax systems. But if you can't find it by pressing on F, you're good to go. Otherwise, just click on it, double click, startup type. We do it on disabled, stop, and then apply again. The next one we need to do that is downloaded Maps Manager. If we press on D again, we'll be able to preview the list right here, and then we have it right here. Let's double click on it, and this is Windows servers for application access to download maps. This serves as startup on demand, blah blah blah. Disabling this will prevent apps from accessing maps. Well, actually Google Maps on the browser cannot really use this. It uses your location, so you can easily disable this because it's probably not needed. If you're using the, I think the weather app or something like that on Windows, I do recommend you to keep it on. If you don't, turn it off. Now we also have remote registry. Press on R, and then right here we have it. Enable remote users, so not on your PC, to modify registry settings on your PC. If the service is stopped, the registry can be modified only with users on this computer. Makes sense. The registry will allow you to change settings that are crucial to your system. it actually allows you to be more secure online as well. So make sure the startup this type is disabled, and then we stop the service, because it's actually quite dangerous keeping this on, and it also prevents usage in the background. So most optimization guides actually skip these, but they are quite crucial depending on how you use your PC, and some of these things will be very important to turn off to have a safer system. So now we just disabled a lot of services that were taking up some disk, RAM, and CPU every single time your PC was on. So let's go on to Registry, because there are some startup things we have missed which you didn't see in the startup apps menu. Let's go and turn them off right now. So let's search for Registry editor. We're going to change some very crucial settings, so make sure you take very good caution what I'm doing exactly right now. You can already see the list, I had it open. You need to go to HKey current users and then open software. After opening that folder, go to Microsoft, scroll all the way down, go to Windows, then the current version, and then we scroll all the way down again, and then it was, which one was it exactly? We need to go to run. So press R, no, we need to press R when clicking here, and you should be able to find run in this list. So in this list of current version, you will find run, click on it once. Right here we have some applications that were on default. For example, Crowd Translate. Pretty nice, right? Let's go and open Task Manager. Let me show you that it's not in my menu. So enabled. Can you tell me what Crowd Translator is? I can't find it, but it's still turned on. That means you missed something. What you need to do, pay very good attention on the right side. Once in run, this one, right click, and then delete. Yes. Now it's not starting up at the system anymore. I'm just gonna open this one. We also have Freedom GPT. No, I don't need that on my startup. Thank you. Microsoft Auto Launch is also not really needed. I don't use Microsoft Edge. It's pretty bad. Right here we have NordVPN. I highly recommend it, by the way. Top of description, 74% off. And we are affiliated by them, by the way. I highly recommend turning them on because, yeah, it does secure you online, connects you with faster servers, which is pretty nice. But yeah, once you have changed these settings, the only thing you need to do is close it, restart your PC, and then let's go to high performance mode. We need to enable right now, because if you're not on a laptop, you're actually throttling your power right now. We can easily disable, and we can easily enable it right now to have a more stable performance. So what we need to do right now is to type power saving or edit power, something like that. Yeah, edit power plan. And then we find these settings right here. What we need to do is go to power options, and we need to make sure it's enabled on the ultimate power plan. Go to the higher setting you can find, but not unbalanced. And if you don't have this option, don't worry, because I'm going to show you exactly right now how to enable it with a very easy command. I'm going to show it on my PC, so you know that you can trust me. Let's go to CMD, and then let's go run as administrator. And right here, we're going to right click or something like that if it doesn't want to work, because it is right click and command prompt. Yes. Then it copies the command from the description. Once you're down there, I do recommend maybe to try NordVPN. It will be quite nice for you. And if you don't want to, that's fine. Right here we have the power plan. Don't change any of it. And then press enter. Right here we have the ultimate performance power plan, which we have enabled right now. If you go to the power options right now, you will see that it's available there now. I should be able to enable it. For me, it's Chris Titus power plan. It's because I was using his tool, but you should be able to see the ultimate power plan here too. Enable it, and it will throttle less power completely for free. The next one is memory integrity. We gotta need to turn this off because it takes up a lot of performance in the background, and it will save you at least 5 to 10%, which is crazy. What we need to do right now is to go to Windows Security, and don't worry, we're not going to be changing anything dangerous, and otherwise make sure you're protected. But this is completely safe to do. I also have it disabled because it takes up CPU performance. What we need to do right now is to go to Virus Protection. You can see that these are already dangerous. Make sure that you remove these. Always do that. You can see that someone is stealing my ChatGPT. So make sure that you click on start actions, remove that. But we need to go to device security. And then we need to go to core isolation, and we need to turn off memory integrity, because this one right here is taking up 5 to 10% of your battery. We need to turn this off to save that amount, which is crazy. And it does keep your PC safe, don't worry about that. I also have it disabled, so don't worry. It's pretty much a security layer that most home users don't even need. Let's go on to the next one, which is visual effects, and you can take these settings directly from my PC, how I have chatted it up. So right here, let's type for adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. Let's click on it. And then right here we have the button custom. I highly recommend to put it custom, not just best performance. Best performance looks very ugly. And take the settings I just turned on. Let me just do cancel because I forgot them. You saw nothing. But right here, it's usually on lab Windows choose best performance. See, with custom, I highly recommend that you turn off the animations with Windows. You can see that it might look a little bit different, because my things just pop up without an animation, but it does feel a lot quicker, and it doesn't use your CPU or GPU cycles once making those animations. It takes up some performance in the background. Once you're opening apps while gaming and all, you're gonna need to disable that. The next one, let's go to settings. Very easy. What we need to do right now is to go to privacy and security, and then we need to go to searching Windows. You can find this above right here. Searching Windows, and we need to make sure that it's turned on classic and not enhanced. This takes up more CPU consumption and battery life. It's saved right here, and it takes up more performance. So let's disable that by clicking on classic. Let's go to the next one. So what we need to do right now is to go to system, and then we go to storage. Storage, we need to make sure the storage sense is enabled, because we can clear some temporary files and old downloads and cache data. And this will actually save you some performance by removing a lot of old files the games were using. And it also saves up space on your computer. So right here we have temporary files. You can delete these, remove files. It's that easy. Do make sure that everything in a recycle bin, I'm just gonna say it, everything here is not private or anything like that. And that you check that out before I delete anything. Okay, let's go to the next one. That's game mode. You gotta need to enable this because it gives you more performance with the games. And also more mature full screen applications. So let's go and click on gaming, and then go to game mode. Click on it and make sure just to enable it, because it gives you some more performance by turning off things in the background. You've just cleared a lot of wasted storage and also some more performance on gaming and everything like that. Make sure that you check out NordVPN in the top of the description. I'm also using it on my devices to be more secure online. Highly recommend it. It's now 74% off. Link is in the top of the description. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm going to be posting more Windows and Samsung content. If you didn't check out my channel yet, if you have a Samsung device, I highly recommend you check out videos. I also talked about more battery and performance on your Samsung Galaxy device completely for free. I will see you in the next one. I mean, do want to see you in the next one. But thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.